Good morning, everyone. Our first song this morning is called The Fruit of the Spirit, and it has some fun actions with it. It starts with love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Now we're going to do that a lot faster when we get to the song. Now let's listen and see if we can sing together.
Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. The fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. If you want to be a coconut, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a lemon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a lemon. If you want to be a lemon, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. If you want to be a watermelon, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a pineapple. The fruit of the Spirit's not a pineapple. If you want to be a pineapple, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control.
Hey! You know, friends, sometimes our spirits are filled with all kinds of feelings. We can be happy, we can be sad, we can be angry, we can be confused, we can be full of joy and excitement. And there's one way that we can feel all those things in our spirit: by singing our songs.
You gotta sing when your spirit says sing. You gotta sing when your spirit says sing. When the spirit says sing, you gotta sing right along. Sing when your spirit says sing. You gotta clap when your spirit says clap. You gotta clap when your spirit says clap. When your spirit says clap, you gotta clap right along. Clap when your spirit says clap. You gotta hum when your spirit says hum. You gotta hum when your spirit says hum. When your spirit says hum, you gotta hum right along. Hum when your spirit says hum. You gotta snap when your spirit says snap. You gotta snap when your spirit says snap. When your spirit says snap, you gotta snap right along. Snap when your spirit says snap. You gotta swim when your spirit says swim. You gotta swim when your spirit says swim. When your spirit says swim, you gotta swim right along. Swim when your spirit says swim. You gotta hush when your spirit says hush. You gotta hush when your spirit says hush. When your spirit says hush, you gotta hush right along. Hush when your spirit says hush. You gotta stomp when your spirit says stomp. You gotta stomp when your spirit says stomp. When your spirit says stomp, you gotta stomp right along. Stomp when your spirit says stomp. Gotta sing when your spirit says sing. You gotta sing when your spirit says sing. When your spirit says sing, you gotta sing right along. Sing when your spirit says sing.
Jesus said, I am the vine, and you, the people, are the branches.
Branch? I'm not a branch.
I don't mean like a tree branch.
I don't get it.
The vine and branches were used by Jesus as an example. It means you are a child of the King. That's Jesus.
Really? That's awesome. Does that mean I get to wear a crown?
It gets even better than that. Not only are we children of the King, but when we look like Jesus, we will have fruit that sets us apart.
Oh yeah, I remember. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Those fruits come from being connected to Jesus, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. And Jesus even says that those who remain connected to him will produce fruit. But apart from him, you can do nothing.
Kind of like when a light isn't plugged into a wall.
Exactly like that. Just like a light cannot function without being plugged in, we cannot function without being connected to Jesus. Jesus loves us so much that he wants to be close to us, like really close. He wants to be our greatest friend.
Really? So how do you get that close to Jesus?
By following God's commands and doing things like praying and attending church, we can get close to him, and in return, he will get even closer to us. Jesus said that in doing this, we become like the disciples.
They were really close to Jesus, like best friend close.
And we can be too. We just have to stay connected to God all the time, not just in church.
He is the vine and we are the branches, and as long as we remain in him, we will grow much fruit.
Have you filled a bucket today? By Carol McLeod, illustrated by David Messing. All day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket. You can't see it, but it's there. You have a bucket. Each member of your family has a bucket. Your grandparents, friends, and neighbors all have a bucket. Everyone carries an invisible bucket. Your bucket has only one purpose. Its purpose is to hold your good thoughts and good feelings about yourself. You feel very happy and good when your bucket is full, and you feel very sad and lonely when your bucket is empty. Other people feel the same way too. They're happy when their buckets are full, and they're sad when their buckets are empty. It's great to have a full bucket, and this is how it works. You need other people to fill your bucket, and other people need you to fill theirs. So, how do you fill a bucket? You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile. That's being a bucket filler. A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says or does nice things that make others feel special. When you make someone feel special, you are filling a bucket. But you can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, when you say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone. That's being a bucket dipper. A bully is a bucket dipper. A bucket dipper says or does mean things that makes others feel bad. Many bucket dippers have an empty bucket. They think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into someone else's. But that will never work. You never fill your own bucket when you dip into someone else's. But guess what? When you fill someone's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. You feel good when you help others feel good. All day long, we are either filling up or dipping into each other's buckets by what we say and what we do. Try to fill a bucket and see what happens. You love your mom and dad. Why not tell them you love them? You can even tell them why. Your caring words will fill their buckets right up. Watch for smiles to light up their faces. You will feel like smiling too. A smile is a good clue that you have filled a bucket. If you practice, you'll become a great bucket filler. Just remember that everyone carries an invisible bucket, and think of what you can say or do to fill it. Here are some ideas for you. You could smile and say hi to the bus driver. He has a bucket too. You could invite the new kid at school to play with you. You could write a thank you note to your teacher. You could tell your grandpa that you like to spend time with him. There are many ways to fill a bucket. Bucket filling is fun and easy to do. It doesn't matter how young or old you are. It doesn't cost any money. It doesn't take much time. And remember, when you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. When you're a bucket filler, you make your home, your school, and your neighborhood better places to be. Bucket filling makes everyone feel good. So, why not decide to be a bucket filler today and every day? Just start each day by saying to yourself, I'm going to do something to fill someone's bucket today. And at the end of each day, ask yourself, did I fill a bucket today? Yes, I did. That's the life of a bucket filler. And that is you. I hope that you enjoyed Have You Filled a Bucket Today by Carol McCloud. Could you do me a small favor? Go out today and fill someone's bucket, because you'll be filling your bucket too.
Hi everyone, welcome back to day 2. I'm Sarah and I'm going to go through your crafts with you for today. So today we're focusing on love, and our story is the vine and the branches. So in your craft kit, pull out day 2 and you're going to find this picture of some grapes, and we have our vines and branches. Then you're going to find this, and it is grape juice powder. This is what we're going to use for our paint. And as well, you'll need your markers or pencils, crayons, or crayons if you have some at home that you're going to color with. So your first job is to color all of your leaves and your branches first before we start painting. It's easier if you do this. Then you're going to take your powder. You'll need to find some sort of little bowl or a dish to pour your powder into to make our paint. So I'll just show you how we make it. So I'll pour a little in there. And then you'll just need a little tiny bit of water. This should be pretty thick still. So it'll mix up good. I put a little too much water in. We'll put a little more powder. So it should look something like this. And then you'll just paint your grapes with the powder. So they'll go on kind of thick like this, and you can just paint them all up. Then you will let them sit, and you can smell it while you're painting. Once it's dry, I have one for us here. It's all dry. Then what you can do is you can scratch it, and you'll be able to smell the grape powder. It's going to smell just like real grapes, but it's on our paper. So that's our first activity we're going to do. The second one we're going to do is we're going to make some love bracelets. So these ones, I have the beads love, and in your kits, you will have the beads for your name as well. And these are to remind us of Jesus' love for us and how we can love others. When we're wearing them, it's just a reminder of us loving others. So you'll find some string in your packet, and you're going to want to take your 3 string, and we're going to try braiding it. Now, braiding might be a little tricky for some of you, especially if you're a little younger. So I've also included a pipe cleaner for you that you can put your beads on there and make your bracelet if braiding's just a little too tricky. But if you want to try, you'll take your 3 strings and then you're going to take them all together, wrap around your finger, and then you'll make a loop, put all 3 through, and you'll pull tight, and that'll be your knot. Then you can start braiding. So remember, when we're braiding, we split it into our 3, and then we go over, the left one goes over the middle one, and then you have the right one goes over the middle one. Now, a good tip to help you out with this, if you have some tape, is to tape it onto your table. It will make it a lot easier for you to braid. And maybe mom or dad or an older brother or sister could help you braid too if you're having a little bit of troubles. Once you have it braided, then you can put your beads on. We have a couple extra different beads in there. You can put them all on, put your name on it, or you could put maybe love on the pipe cleaner and your name on the other one, up to you. And then it'll be a good reminder when you're out to love everyone and how Jesus loves us. Okay, so enjoy your day 2 love activities today.
I am a bucket filler. This is who I am. I try to think of others and do the best I can. I lend a helping hand. Let someone know they're not alone. And if the kind words that I say brighten someone's day, I'm happy 'cause I know. Yes, I am a giver, not a taker. Yes, I am a builder, not a breaker. Filling buckets up, overflowing hearts. This is who I am. I am a bucket filler. This is what I do. Every time I look to see the best in you. If your bucket's empty, I make an effort on my part to look beyond the surface and see what's in your heart. Because yes, I am a giver, not a taker. Yes, I am a builder, not a breaker. Filling buckets up, overflowing hearts. This is who I am. Sometimes it isn't easy, and I struggle just to know how to fill another's bucket when my own bucket is low. I stop and take a breath and try to listen if I can to the voice inside that reminds me who I am. We are bucket fillers. This is who we are. We fill each other up as we go reaching for the stars. We are bucket fillers, and here's the magic of it all. When we help each other, every one of us stands tall. So yes, I am a giver, not a taker. Yes, I am a builder, not a breaker. Filling buckets up, overflowing hearts. This is who I am. Filling buckets up, overflowing hearts. I will do my part, 'cause this is who I am.